Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 15 of Stellaris. We just have our construction ship out here on Kanduri that is building a frontier outpost, because that's actually quite a nice system for the stuff that we can get from it. It will cost us a little bit in energy credits to maintain all of that, but we'll see what we can get from it. In the meantime, we are sending our fleet down here to try and clear out some of these nasties that are hanging around down here, just so that we can potentially go and survey some of these star systems that we still haven't cleared out yet. We've got another system survey complete. Nothing particularly fantastical there. Let's go ahead and survey this one then. So if we survey out some of these systems, we may find something interesting. I'm not 100% convinced, but we will definitely have a look around, see what we can find. So how long is it going to take us to build that frontier outpost? We're about 20% of the way through. Still have some buildings and things that we could improve on the capital. How much food do we have? We only have +3. Let's go ahead and upgrade some of these food buildings, because doing that will then hopefully help with some of the happiness. It will cost us more in energy credits, but that's not too bad. The Githian has finished whatever he was doing. So let's go and scout this one out. We'll survey that system first. Another research complete. We have now finished destroyers. Fantastic. That's one that I have been waiting for. So new engineering research, destroyer assembly yard, spaceport level 4, engineering facilities. Not a lot to choose from here actually. Let's go for the advanced spaceport again. We'll go through our spaceports. We've got quite a bit of money here, so let's go through and get level 3 spaceports in all of our worlds, if we can afford them. So it's always worth having the best spaceports that you can, because they'll allow you to build better ships, and also you'll get more module slots that you can use. So there's a load of spaceports. Let's go ahead and look at our ship designs. So we have destroyers now that we can build. It's still putting our lasers on the corvettes.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Oh, let me just pause things up there because I just want to check this out. So our destroyers are going to be absolutely immense. And look at the shields that they've got on them. And regenerative hull tissue. Our destroyers are going to be absolutely scary. I think we do want to keep some of our corvettes that have the ballistic weapons on them, because I think they are very useful for us, given the given our neighbours' technology. We do want to be able to defeat their shields. Maybe we want to upgrade some of these into the cold fusion reactors, and that would give us some more power. Although, what are we going to do with that power? Probably not an awful lot. Could we upgrade our... Yeah, we could upgrade that to more firepower. Now, to show you what those do, there's a couple of different things. So, you've got your default combat computer, where your ship has a balanced approach between offense and defense. And then you can go for aggressive combat, where you get an extra 10% fire rate and an extra 10% weapons damage. Or you can go for defensive computers, where you get an extra 10% hit points and an extra 10 chance to evade. I don't even think we need the firepower. I think going defensive on them is actually not a bad idea. Is there anything else we can upgrade? We can upgrade to warp drive 2s. Now we've got better power enabled on here. Do we have any better shields? No, we don't. And we don't have room for any more. What we might be able to do, actually, is if we put in another cold fusion reactor here, that will give us extra power, and we might be able to get one more deflector in. No, that deflector uses far too much power, so we can't do that. Let's go ahead and we put regenerative hull tissue on these things. Still losing power. What about just nano composite? Still losing power. Okay, a fusion reactor 2 then. That 5 positive power fusion reactor. That gives us a net of 0. So obviously we don't want to go overboard, because we do want to try and you know, save some money where we can. Fine. So we'll upgrade all those guys as soon as they have finished with their current attack, which is going to be going on over here. So let's go ahead and do these first. In fact, they are already engaged over here. So obviously these ships aren't the new ones. These are still the older ships. And we're also then going to go and build ourselves some destroyers. We're going to go in from this direction because I don't want to sort of come in this direction here. It's quite possible that I might pull both of these groups at the same time, and I'd prefer to avoid doing that if I can. So we're going to go through the corona of the star. Luckily it doesn't completely melt us, which you would expect it to in reality. So we should be fine with that.
Hostile fleet engaged.
So we'll clear these out and then we'll go back and we will upgrade because the spaceport should be finished by then. And again, we've taken a little bit of damage to one of our ships, completely as expected, to be honest. Again, allow our shields to repair for a bit. We will sort of flank around just to make sure we approach from the other direction. I might lose one corvette or two. I don't mind. I mean, I prefer not to lose ships, but if we do lose a ship or two, it's not going to be the end of us. And is there just one more down here? Yeah, there is. That's fine. A lot of construction's finished. Let's go down and do that. We don't need to worry about any of these. Deal expired. Now, what was that? Doesn't tell me. System surveyed. We have done this one. What is that's actually not too bad. That is a Gaia world. Not a bad system, all things considered. I mean, we could build there and try and block these guys off. And I could go and make that into a sector and give them some more stuff. How good is the world that's here is the question. Which is the one that is habitable? Not that one. Not that one. That one. There we go. Size 14. That is decent. I think we might want to go and colonize that, actually, and make it into a sector. Then I can show you guys how sectors work. So I think we'll do that. So you can then go over here and survey this system then. So we're going to want to build a colony ship. So let's go and build ourselves a colony ship. We'll work on that. Go back to our attack fleet. We'll spend even more of our resources doing stuff. So let's move in here. Hopefully we don't lose any ships. We have lost the shields on this second corvette. Ooh, very nearly gone.
Situation log updated.
And we still have all 40 ships. We survived. Brilliant. Let's go back home and repair then. Construction ship is now finished, which means we have our frontier outpost. That gives us some energy from the star. In fact, that star isn't giving us any energy. So let's go and build a mining station on Kanduri 2, because that will give us some additional energy credits. And we are going to need those because we're about to build another colony, and that will cost us. We've received a communique from a previously unknown spacefaring empire. Oh, these guys are a little bit weird. Well met, I represent the Order of Galir, led by the illustrious God Emperor Cordralis I. We rule our region of space under a divine mandate, and so long as you do not interfere in our spiritual affairs, our relations may remain cordial. Okay, brilliant. Let's stay fairly friendly with them. Those guys are actually all the way over the back of the Hulfir Confederation. They might be worth sucking up to. They could end up being a useful ally, possibly, unless they really don't like us for whatever reason. Let's just go and have a look at those guys. Where are the Order of Galir? They don't like us. Their opinion of us is because they're zealots. They really don't like us at all. We might have to rival them then. They are quite. I think we will do that. I think we'll just go and declare a rivalry. And they hate us anyway. They're never going to be friends with us. And the good thing about having a rivalry is rivalries do give you additional influence points. So you can see there from rivals 0.3. So we do get a little bit of additional influence by doing that. Hopefully this frontier outpost will stretch out and reach some of these other star systems. It's not guaranteed. I would like to go and grab this planet before their borders expand far enough to stop me from doing it. So we will have to wait for that colony ship. Now then, we've got another science ship that isn't doing an awful lot, which is the Githian. You finished that survey there. Quite unremarkable. We don't have border access with the Rixie Dominion. The question is, why not? So where are we? We would like border access, civilian access, and if we give you 2 minerals a month, you will probably accept that quite nicely. So let us just go in here and have a look. They've agreed to that nicely. So our construction is finished. So what do we want to build over here? Well, we definitely want to get this planet. This is one planet, gives us 6 science. So that is definitely worth going and building a research station. Whether or not it's worth building on... It might be worth getting the minerals on Kanduri 1, but the other 2 places that only give us 2 minerals, it's probably not worth the cost in energy credits to maintain that. Got another science ship that's finished his thing. I was expecting there to be more hostile stuff around here. We might still bump into some, but we'll have to have a look. And I might actually even think about colonising Larbo 2, even though it's quite a terrible place. And we could colonise that and block this entire region of space off, and then make that into a sector, which is kind of like a vassal almost. So we're moving into here. We have actually moved into here. We can't really do anything. I don't know why that is still showing on the map. Why is that still showing on the map? High valuable mining targets. Let's just stop tracking. We don't even need to do that. So let's take you and guess we could go and survey that system there. That's fine. So you guys have all repaired up. Let's get you back to the home world, where we will... it's saying no upgrade available. I think I actually upgraded those ones, did I not? Did I actually not hit save? That's auto best. Yeah, I should have done that. So we wanted that, and we wanted that, and now we don't have enough power, so we need to add one of those. And now we do have enough power. How much power do these regenerative hulls cost? Doesn't say it costs anything. Ah, but we'd have to take off one of these powers. They give 15, they give 20. Yeah, so there's no way we could really do that unless we... Yeah, it just wouldn't work. Well, I'm quite happy with that as it is, so we'll hit save there. And now we'll be able to upgrade those once they get where they're supposed to be. We've finished that construction. I do think I will still go here and build a mining station, so let's go ahead and do that. Make sure we are unpaused. We have our colony ship, so let's get over here as quickly as we can before somebody else nabs it. And I think we'll get another colony ship going, actually. It's going to be expensive for a while, but we'll do it. So let's go and build another colony ship. After the colony ship, we can build something else here. Solar panel network could be useful for us. So could the engineering bay, I think. Ship repair, speed, ship upkeep minus 10%. I mean, the minus 20% ship upkeep is nice, but that's only when they're in orbit. Although, that said, we'll probably be spending quite a bit of time in orbit soon. Simply because we're getting to a point where we don't really need to go too far out scouting around the galaxy. We have encountered something somewhere and you are moving away from them. Again, it's probably a little bit too far out of the way for me really to want to bother about. So that's fine. We'll let the Githian come back. We'll send them up there to these systems that we can scout out. Looks like some of them may be clear. We know this one is. There's some debris over there because we went there earlier and destroyed everything that was around. So that's not too much of a problem. You guys go and get upgraded. 590 minerals. We can afford that. And what are you doing there in the Githian? The Githian is still making its move. What I'd like you to do is go and survey that system. You'll find your way around there nicely. At least you should, hopefully. Just hoping we get there before their borders pop and we no longer have access to it. Now, they're probably not going to like us dropping a colony right next to their system, but we'll see what happens. There we go, we've got some more minerals over there now. Still some minerals we're not getting, but that is fine. Let's go ahead and take our construction ship and move it over here as well, because we might be able to do something useful with that. And yeah, I think we'll get another colony ship here, and we'll turn all 3 of these... I mean, that's a lot of science. which I would kind of like to hold on to. But we will get some of it back from our sector. So, you know, we can tax them. Colony ship has arrived. So you are going to colonize this world. Now then, where do we want to put this down? Probably in this spot here, because then we'll get the bonus to these 3 tiles that both give what? There's not a lot of food on this little sector either. So we might end up having to get ourselves a few robots. But we'll colonize that anyway. And so it's going to be a little bit expensive for a while, but I think we'll be able to deal with it. And so we're going to get another colony over here on... where was the other planet? On this one. This is arid. So it's not too bad. And we'll see what we can build. We can also try and get some energy credits from this star here. Now let me just remind myself. Building a mining station. Yeah, monthly maintenance 1. So if we build it on anything that gives us 2, it's going to be a net gain. But building it on something that only gives you 1 solar credit really isn't worth it. See, look at that. We haven't... Our borders are only just holding them back now. So once we grow, we will sort of push back against them. So that is fine. That's not a problem. The Hulfir Confederation has declared us a rival. Okay, that's fine. They are now hostile. So let us go and... Oh, we've got an embassy with them. We'll recall the embassy then. And we'll declare a rivalry, if that's how they want to play it. Now then, they are still equivalent to us. So we do have to be careful. They could end up causing us some problems. So we definitely have to watch out for that. We might even have to sort of keep our fleet on alert. Now then, how are our buddies doing over here? They've actually rebuilt a fair bit of their fleet. They're not doing amazingly well, but they do have some ships, so that could help us out. We've got the Hyper Entertainment Forum now. We could build that on some worlds where things aren't going great. Private colony ship. Private colony ship basically allows you to build a colony ship a little bit cheaper. It only costs 250 minerals. It'd be nice if you actually said here, because the description doesn't really tell you. But basically a private colony ship is cheaper and builds more quickly, but the colonists on board don't necessarily have the same ethics that your empire does. So you might settle a colony and the people that live there may be a little bit different to the people on your home world. It may affect their happiness. They may even try and break free later on, stuff like that. Form federations could be useful. Don't know if we need that right now. We're not really running any edicts. Having extra leaders wouldn't be too bad, and it is a really quick one to research, so let us go ahead and do that. Seems to make the most sense to me. We'll allow this to play on and see what happens. I'm really hoping that that colony just managed to set itself up quite quickly. And we found a hostile fleet almost as expected. Wow, that is just mining drones. It's not particularly dangerous, but that is a lot of mining drones. We might have to come there and clear them out, actually. That'll be a lot of debris. That could really be some useful stuff for us. We have another colony ship now as well. So we're going to go and get this colony ship over here. We are hemorrhaging energy credits at the moment. That's because we're maintaining both colony ships, but they shouldn't take too long. This colony here will be done in 4 more months anyway, so that is fine. Is it worth getting anything built on these planetoids? Probably is. So let's go ahead and... build a research station there, and then after that build another research station here. Zoom back out again. So we'll get the colonies set up. I'm not going to make them into a sector straight away, because once you make them into a sector you lose the direct control over them, and that makes it difficult to help them get established. So what I want to do is I'm going to spend a little bit of my resources helping them become established, and then I'll make them into a sector. Then hopefully after that they will be sort of self-sufficient, but they'll still be on our side. Now what we are going to do here is we are going to go to the spaceport in our home world. It is working on the crew quarters. Then it has to upgrade the fleet. Suppose we haven't done that already yet. I was going to go and build some destroyers, which I do still want to do. So we will actually get some of them queued up. Now, destroyers are immensely expensive. Actually, we'll wait until the crew quarters is done, because then they'll be cheaper to build. So Schlurg has finished whatever was in its construction queue. Now then, is there anything we could do here to increase a little bit of happiness? One of these worlds is giving us an awful lot of science. Which one was it? It was not that one. Or was it that one? No, it was Schlurg. Schlurg's the one that's giving us all of the science. We do need to sort of upgrade some of these food buildings. You see the happiness is going up now because there's starting to become an abundance of food. Let's do that one. And it's warning us about the lack of income. That is fine. But if we go to the spaceport here, because we've upgraded the spaceport, we can go and get an observatory. Now then, you have finished that. We've got hostiles around, so let's go and survey that system instead. Let's unpause again. So our colony ship is about to arrive. We're still losing out, but that'll go away shortly. This colony has actually finished. Let's go ahead and build a spaceport for them. Let's take our colony ship here and go and settle the world. I assume it's not that one. Oh, is it this one here, isn't it? Yep, it's quite small. Let's just pause up. So we want to... What do we want to do? No, you're building a spaceport. Where is the new planet? There we go. It's one of these ones then. Size 12. Yep, it's just this one. Okay, that's fine then. So, colony ship, you're going to go and colonize this world here. Not a particularly great place to start, I'll be honest. It's a little bit poor. But that seems like the best tile. And again, once it's established, we might get some robot population on the planet just to sort of help work it. And we could already go and do that over here, to be honest. Which is this, not that one, this one. So we can clear some of these tiles for them. Let's go and do that. And then on the tiles that produce like minerals, we could go and just build like a basic mine. Well, actually, let's not even do that. Let's just go and build... let's build a robot. Just because I haven't got any yet, and I want to do it. Let's see what happens when we start getting some robot population. Anyway, I'm going to end the video there while we are evading a hostile fleet. Where's that happening? That is going on. Quite a few hostile fleets around here that we are having to avoid. Well, we'll keep looking around the other space, but like I said, I'm going to end this video here. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Stellaris. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.